Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over our daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. We'll see what's going on. Oil looked pretty strong today. Natural gas looked like it got kicked in the nards. Yeah, kicked in the nards. How about that? This is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. If you guys like these types of analysis, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you on Team Finding Value, where we have fun on the channel and ride these things higher in this commodity bull market together. So let's dive in. Let's take a look. We got oil up here. I've got the drawing here that I've left in here. I said, oh, it's probably going to go higher, probably not in a straight line, but we are moving higher. So that looks good. Up another percent today, breaking out of this pattern, ending and closing above it. So that looks very good, very positive. One thing I do notice, though, is that we have opening and closing prices that are getting closer and closer together. We could see this kind of peter out and do a little bit of a back test before moving up. So that is a possibility. Natural gas getting sold off a little bit today. Does have a wick at the bottom with good support underneath it, but we did have a sell-off today. So I think we're still grinding sideways, getting some sellers out of here. They must be looking at the weather or something because we've got some pretty nice weather outside, that's for sure. XOP, looking at this, you can see that contraction up. So what I think is going to happen is we're probably going to do a little bit of a rollover here. I don't know how big it's going to be. But we're in a consolidation type pattern here. And what I think is going to happen is we're probably going to roll over a little bit. I don't know if we're going to how far we're going to come back, but we're going to do a little bit of a backward movement potentially, and then a move on up. And remember, these things both have natural gas and oil in it, so it's a mixture or soup of this stuff. SM Energy, again, I'm getting that feeling like it wants to roll over just a little bit and give whether it's larger down days or smaller down days. I think we'll get a little bit of a pullback, and then maybe we'll come on up afterwards, maybe a day or two or three, something like that. And I'm seeing that across the board. Centennial Resource Development, you get these big moves higher, pull back, big move higher, and we'll probably come back a little bit. I don't think we'll go as low as this, but maybe we come back to $5.96, $6, somewhere in that range. And then Crew Energy's got that same type of pattern, a little bearish, engulfing. I think we'll pull back a little bit or go sideways to pull back just a teeny bit for the next couple days or so. And same thing for Callon Petroleum on the very short term, a little bit of contraction. But again, guys, this thing can get pushed around if we have higher rates, higher inflation. You know, people get more confident, money's going to be flowing in here. So we'll see what happens. We're seeing that. I mean, we're seeing the contraction. Opening and closing prices are stepping into each other. Usually that manifests itself with a couple of down days. How big they are, I can't tell you. But again, I'm not selling anything. I'm not trading in and out. Recap's looking really good. I like it right here. I want to see a big move out of this thing. We didn't see that big buying pressure today, which I would hope, but we do have good buying pressure. We'll see if it can continue up. Northern Oil and Gas breaking out of this pattern here. We could have a little pullback a day or two, and then we'll see if it launches. We're getting that same contraction in Crescent Point today. We might come in and just kind of do a sideways to a little bit lower move. GTE, same thing. Maybe a sideways. Well, that's a really small down day today. This could go up. Nice, good buying pressure, small down day, and then a continuation. We might have one more small down day and then a move higher. Tellurian, getting a little bit of selling pressure today. We might see some sideways movement. Pedevco is looking okay. It's just moving sideways right at support. OAS, this is Oasis Petroleum. We broke down. We're kind of just moving sideways. It's saying, where should I go after this? But this has just been one big move higher on Oasis. Comstock, again, I like it over here. I think it's cheap. I think we'll eventually work our way higher. But a little bit down day today. Sandridge, down day today. Could this pull back more? It could. It very well could, with natural gas getting hit as bad as it did. These are pretty strong, given natural gas was down, and these are more natural gas-oriented companies. So they're actually holding up pretty well in relationship to natural gas. Tetra Technologies, a little bit of a contraction, might have like a down day or two before then moving up. Good buying pressure. Just we're contracting up into this corner here. Whenever you see kind of a pattern that looks something like this, where it kind of moves up like that, and if we were to continue to go in, see how it kind of comes in? It's going to break. Most of the time it's down if it's tilted upward. It's hard to tell how tilted this is when you get in here, because it's a very small pattern. And the downward move would be very small. It's not going to be a very big, it'll just pop out and then move back up probably. Transocean on the daily candlesticks looking okay. Just kind of popping sideways. Helix doing the same thing. I think we're probably going to get a little bit of resistance here and head back a little bit before moving up. Surge Energy, it's looking okay right at support. If you guys like that stuff, I mean, it's up to you. I don't own any in Surge, just to let you know. And Tamarack, we're coming on the upper side of its large pattern. If we break this pattern, you could see a big move out of it. Very big move. So that's what I've got for today. Kind of ripping through it. Again, I do think that some of them, the opening and closing prices are contracting up. And usually what that means is the buyers are starting to equal the sellers. We may get a little down move. The size of the down move, who knows? It's very short term, so we might come back. And then I suspect that we get some strength coming up here pretty soon. Inventories have been getting eaten into, a little bit larger draws of oil. Oil is a substitute to natural gas and some of these other areas that they can burn. So we might see a little bit increased demand worldwide for oil because natural gas is so ludicrously priced in some areas of the world. So I'm a huge bull. I'm selling nothing, guys. I'm holding on to this stuff. This is one of my favorite sectors. Energy in general, I just like energy because I think we're going to come into an energy crisis 6 months to a year. And it's spreading around the world. It's like, let's just hang on this stuff and wait for that to come and impact our investments in a good, positive way to the upside. Thumb up, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.